My name is Prentice Havens. I go to school at Texas A&M. I'm a sophomore and I'm studying business. Most of my really good friends growing up were all on the football team. Because of my heart condition and other complications medically, I could never play, so it just I felt left out a little bit during my childhood because of that. The complication that I have is called tetralogy of Fallot. Essentially is that I have a hole in my heart, and it definitely has led to some alterations in my life.
As a child, I always liked watching that show, The Twilight Zone, and that's how I felt, like, oh my gosh, this isn't real. And I couldn't believe two doctors were talking to me that your son has a congenital heart defect.
After 3 days of crying your eyes out, just put on our army boots and said, let's go research and see what we're gonna do.
When I was pregnant with Charlie, every pregnancy has a 20-week scan. And at that 20-week scan, I found out that he had a major heart defect.
I remember it very vividly. I was in a hotel room in London, England when she called.
I knew what he was gonna have to go through, so I wanted to have a little less pain for him. We slept together on this little couch, and then the morning when you hand your baby over for surgery like that is really hard.
When he originally was taking him away, they had toys while you're waiting, and he was playing with the toys. And the anesthesiologist walks in and picks him up. He's like, tell him goodbye. And, he watched him walk into surgery, through the door. So we're like, I hope he comes back, it was very difficult.
Without the advocacy of an American Heart Association, how many babies' lives are saved every year because they know there's something wrong with respect to the physiology, if you will, of the heart by virtue of that pulse ox reading. It's one of the many things that they've advanced.
One of my best friends came over after Prentice was born, and he found out what he had. He told me that his brother had what Prentice had, tetralogy of Fallot. And I said, I don't remember your older brother. And he said, that's right, he passed away when he was 10.
Prentice and Charlie both had tetralogy of Fallot, which is a fascinating condition. It's the one we know the most about in congenital heart disease. And so, unfortunately, it's a very bad condition. In fact, untreated, it's fatal. The opportunity to have funding from the American Heart Association is critically important to the field of congenital heart disease. Many people, maybe most people out in the world, don't realize that congenital heart disease is actually very common. The Heart Association has embraced that. Having platform funding to investigate the things that we're learning about the field as it goes forward is critically important.
I think that he has a regular life without any kind of restrictions because he can do whatever he wants. He pretty much at this point, most kids don't think they're gonna play college football or baseball or basketball, so now he's in the category with everybody else who isn't gonna play that, and he just has fun. He plays on a rec team and he has zero restrictions.
Each day just gets better and better. He's very precocious and wants to keep up with the bigger kids, so he's constantly on the move and running around and exploring things and wants to act like a big kid even though he's just 2.
When I see things like the American Heart Association, it definitely gives me comfort because I know that people are giving money and giving time and giving effort to ending heart disease. And I look at people like Charlie, who's very young and he has heart disease, and it's not really as serious for him as it was for me. And that's awesome, and that's due to all the technological advances and all the very smart doctors that we have working to end this, which is great. The American Heart Association helps thousands, if not millions of people every year, so just thank you for being here and thank you for contributing.